Latinos are moving out of the ghetto and moving to the suburbs because our own place of living is no longer inhabitable. Too many shootings, too much violence. All of this is to blame to Martin Luther King and the Christian church and our oppressor.
And caves.
And what?
And caves.
Israel had to leave their land. The Israelites had to get out of there because they could not live there anymore because our oppressor was so terrible. Latinos are moving out of the ghetto and moving to the suburbs because our own place of living is no longer inhabitable. Too many shootings, too much violence. All of this is to blame to Martin Luther King and the Christian church and our oppressor.
And caves.
And what?
And caves.
Israel had to leave their land. The Israelites had to get out of there because they could not live there anymore because our oppressor was so terrible. Our oppressor was so crazy, man. Go ahead.
And strongholds.
Go ahead.
And so it was when Israel had sown that the Midianites,
Skip down to 5.
verse 5, for they came up with their cattle and their tents.
Like, let me explain something, man. Our oppressor, man, these other nations, they came up against the Israelites. Just like how our oppressor comes up against us, just like the Vietnamese come up against us, like the Koreans come up against us, and the Chinese, and the Japanese, and the Nigerians, and the Ghana, like they come up against so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Go ahead.
And they came as grasshoppers.
As what?
As grasshoppers.
They came up us to like grasshoppers. Go ahead. So,
for multitude.
for what?
For multitude.
Because there was a lot of heathens, man. A lot of other nations and races of people that came like grasshoppers. I don't know if y'all ever seen a bunch of grasshoppers before, but it's overwhelming. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Say it again, sir. Like Starship Troopers. Go ahead.
For both they and their camels were without number.
The what?
For both they and their camels were without number.
They completely compassed our cities. They completely compassed our neighborhoods, man. Like they completely came up against so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Go ahead.
And they entered into the land to destroy it.
To do what?
To destroy it.
Like this is the main goal of our oppressor. Like this is the main goal and the product of these other nations and races of people that flood our neighborhoods, man. They want to destroy us. They're not here to be our friends. They're not here to get along and sing along in Hakuna Matata and we can all sit at the table of brotherhood. Like that is not their goal. The Vietnamese and the Koreans, they're at heart, they want to destroy so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. America wants to destroy the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American communities. Go ahead. They have already destroyed our communities, and they continue to do so. Go ahead.
And Israel was greatly impoverished because of the Midianites.
And the only reason why these other nations are here is because of our oppressor. It's because of America. It's because of all of these things right here. Go ahead.
And the children of Israel cried unto the Lord.
Because they have already destroyed us. Go ahead.
And it came to pass, when the children of Israel cried unto the Lord,